Hello, thanks for joining me for another video beer review then. Today we've got another beer from the Pentrich Brewing Company, and this is their Dead Earth. It's a double IPA then, coming in 8% ABV, brewed with Simcoe, Falconer's Flight and Mosaic hops. These guys are out of Pentrich in Derbyshire here in England in the UK. Other ingredients then, water, barley, wheat, oats, hops and yeast, suitable for vegans. Canned on the 5th of October of 2020, best before the 5th of April of 2021. So pentrichbrewing.co.uk is their website, as well as Instagram and Twitter. So yeah, had a few beers from these guys now. They've generally been really quite decent from the beers I've had. A few other people were like, meh, but we've got different tastes. But what I've had from them have been very good. And we'll leave it at that. So it's a 440ml can then. Thanks again to my good friend Rocky for the beer. Didn't really make much of a crunch on the opening there, so you know, we'll have to wait and see what the carbonation's like, but it's looking okay. The beer into the glass aggressively just to make sure, but yeah, it seems okay. Just didn't make much of a crack when I opened the can. I'll leave it like that for now. Get my nose in there for an aroma in a minute. But beer in the glass then, it's yeah, it's kind of a more of a light mango in colour, half a finger of white frothy head, hazy as you'd expect. These days, especially with beers with oats in, it doesn't say it's actually a New England double IPA or anything like that. It just says double IPA, Imperial IPA. But yeah, oats in, it gives it that kind of New England style look, although a little bit shade darker. So expect a little bit of malt on this one, so we'll wait and see. Let's get an aroma then. Yeah, loads of apricot for sure. A little bit of muskiness. Yeah, apricots, touch of mango, not crazy. More of a sweeter fruit. I'm not a big lover of mango aroma or mango in beers. I've come to realise over the last sort of 2 years, but it's got a little bit of sweetness going on in there. I'd say apricot jam. It's got a little bit of that kind of vibe to it. Touch of sweetness. Yeah, pineapple. Very citrusy, but it's got a nice underlying belly kind of a malt character. I don't know what the IBUs are to this beer, but it's 8% ABV. It smells really delicious. Slight jamminess going on in there, which is I'm always a bit of a weak spot for me when it comes to a little bit of jammy, marmalade-y kind of aroma and taste. So hopefully it's in the taste as well. Anyway, cheers, Rocky mate. Take care. Wow, that is, considering the ABV of the beer, the body is really low, very smooth. There's no hint of the ABV, but the body is like, wow, lower end of a medium body for an 8% beer. Wow, you could get in trouble with this stuff. It's got a really decent score on Untapped as well, I've just noticed that. Not that I do scores anymore, but if you want to know my scores, check me out on Untapped. Wow, that is so light. Easy drinking. This beer is at room temperature. Just thought I'd throw that in the mix. I was going to do a review earlier and then run out of time, and it's been out for a little, good, 2 hours or so. But yeah, Dead Earth. It's been, ironically a bit like that, unfortunately, the last 12 months, but yeah, this is a really nice beer. It may have mellowed out a little bit. I don't know if it was green when it was fresh. You never know when you get a beer it was canned like 3 months ago. Sometimes they just mellow out and smooth out, and they're even better when they're, and I know you get the whole drink fresh thing and all that sort of stuff, especially with this style of beer. Hops fade, drink fresh, yada yada, but it's given it a decent shelf life on this can. So as I said, best before the 5th of April this year. But yeah, a very easy drinking beer. There was a little bit of hype with this brewery, probably about getting on for 10 months ago. First time I actually tried this brewery was February of last year, 2020. So I had a couple of cask beers from them. They're really really impressive. I've had a few beers since. I don't know how many reviews I've done of these guys now, but everyone's been really very pleasant. You know, an up and coming brewery. A lot of people have kind of like, you know, but I think they're very decent. And if there's anything of these beers on tap, or a can pops up in a local bottle shop or anything like that, I'm always going to grab it. So that's my indication of the brewery. Yeah, very pleasant. I think they do monthly can releases. I haven't been on their web shop for a while, but do check out the links down below for the brewery. It's normally the end or the beginning of the month, kind of sort of week and a half period of time. Normally bring out like 3 or 4 beers per month, which is, you know, unlike some other breweries that, you know, every week. These guys, 3 or 4 beers a month and let them sell through. And you can just do a shop around online, various bottle shops away from the actual brewery itself. You can always pick up some of these beers. I think they've done a black IPA, for instance, and they've done a barley wine, I think, that a few of my good friends were talking about recently. So it'd be nice to try something else away from the haze beers from them, because they are very good, every single one I've had from them. So yeah, check out the brewery, links all down below. Back to the beer then. Yeah, I mean, the 8% ABV is a joke. It's just not there, it's not present, and the body, you know, influences that a hell of a lot more as well. Very nice beer, very tasty beer, and yeah, as I said, it's had time to mellow out a little bit, and it's very smooth, almost like a slight kind of underlying pininess, dryness coming on there, a little bit, touch of earthiness as well, but more pine resin than anything else. Very kind of resiny, slightly dank. Really nice beer, I have to say. Yeah, really good. Anyway, let me know if anything from this brewery before. If you've had anything other than like pale beers from them, please let me know. Be interested to see what their black IPA is like. I can't remember the names offhand now, but they've got a black IPA and a barley wine out recently. I know James over at Rampant Lion Beer Reviews has done 1 or 2 reviews recently, as he's stuck in Scotland and the motherland. And anyway, check him out, check out the brewery, check out my playlist down below. You all keep safe out there, and I'll see you on the next video. Cheers.